still encourages them into modesty, and he tells them, you are the equipment. I want you to just ask yourself, if you were given a job and you were told that you weren't to take any equipment with you, would you take that job? Imagine for a moment you're a police officer. You show up for your first day on the job. They say, listen, you don't need a badge. You don't need a gun. You don't need a bulletproof vest. We're not even going to give you a car, maybe a bicycle. You're going to go out and you're going to encourage people to be safe in this community. You're going to be fine. Do you take that job? Or perhaps you're a firefighter and they say, listen, we've got this fire. It's burning over here. We got a water bottle, okay? You take this water bottle. We don't have any turnouts for you. You don't need them. You don't need your firefighter gear. You don't need the truck. You don't need the big hose. Just take the water bottle, go put out the fire. You're going to be fine. Are you taking that job? Or lastly, I was thinking of my own role as a preacher. If I was told I was being sent to a church and I wasn't supposed to take any suits or any nice clothes or even a robe with me, no volumes of biblical commentaries, no computer, no hymnal. You're going to a church where there's no building, no parsonage, just whoever opens their home, you're going to go stay with them. Am I taking that job? That's a tough one. I didn't take a vow of poverty or send myself halfway across the world to become a missionary. But even us as clergy are sometimes indicted by the scriptures to say, oh, shoot, maybe I'm not as humble as Jesus' instructions to the disciples, but I don't think he's saying this is for everybody. But it's a really good model. Remember, you are the equipment. I remember some of my own experience. For many years, I worked as a wedding photographer and a portrait photographer. And the funniest thing I would hear when I was shooting weddings, I would be going around, I had my nice camera with me, I had my gear bag, I had a second photographer working with me, and I would take all these pictures, and somebody undoubtedly would come up and they would say to me, that's a really nice camera. I bet it takes great pictures. I was going to say, some of our photographers in the audience, you know that feeling, right? That's a nice camera. I bet it takes great pictures. And you go, well, yeah, it's a neat tool, but I also have an eye for taking pictures, right? It's not just the camera. You can put any camera in the hands of an experienced photographer and they can take a great picture. And you can take the nicest camera and put it in the hands of someone who doesn't know what they're doing, and they'll take about the same picture that most of us take just taking out our cell phone